Hi everyone, my name is Laura Strengths and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Thanks for joining me this morning. Just a couple of things before I start this beautiful card. A couple of things. My Facebook group, and if you wish to join, it's called Laura's Craft Room Tips and Tutorials. All my videos, the link to my videos and the PDFs are in that group. So if you wish to join that, there are 2 questions that you need to ask when you request to join. One is why you wish to join the group, and also that you agree to the rules of the group. Why you wish to join, it can just be I like making cards or I like your videos. My YouTube channel is called Creative Gems. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd love you to do so. If you want to watch further videos, there is a little bell in there after you subscribe. If you hit the bell, then you'll be notified when my videos go up for watching. I've also got a Facebook page called Cards by Laura. There's no tutorials or anything in there. It's just cards that I've made over the years. So you're welcome to hop in there and follow that page. I'll put all that aside for now and we're going to get on to crafting. I'll just have a mouthful of water. And this is the card we're doing today. This paper I think is retiring. At the end it was in the, I think it was in the mini catalogue. It's called Forever Love. Which is a really pretty paper, but I think it's retiring at the end of April, so you won't be able to get it anymore. But I did this card a little while ago, so that's why I had used it. I'll give you the measurements for all the pieces you need, and we have them typed up here, and I'll go through them with you before we start. It's called a split front card. As you can see, this front section here is split, and then we have another pattern underneath. My base, it's just a standard once you've cut it down. Standard for Australian measurements. I'm in Australia, Queensland. It measures 8.5 by 5 7/8, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. So that's in the new, one of the new colours, in Pretty in Pink it's called. You will need a piece of copy paper, which you can keep for further reference to do your card. I've got a piece cut here. It will be the same size as all your DSP. That's that there, and I've marked the pieces. I'll show you the measurements on how to mark that. It measures 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, and the patterned paper, which hang on, we've got this, which is a matte. No, where are we? That's the mat for the inside, sorry. The pattern paper is 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, and you need 2 different designs. This paper is the new Unbounded Love DSP, which comes in a suite. You can get the suite if you wish. It's in the new annual catalogue. Beautiful paper. And I've got 2 different designs. I'm going to use that for my main front design, and this piece here will be underneath. And they're both the same size as your copy paper. And then my trim pieces are 6.5 by 1/2 inch. They're not exactly to the right length. We'll cut those off. They're the same as this gold trim here down the edge, but if you've got at least 6.5 inch length, they will suit. Then my inside mat is the same colour as my strips. It is 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, and then my inside, my inside writing panel, which is in the basic white, it's 5 3/8 by 3 5/8, and I've decorated that. I'll show you the stamp sets in a minute that I've used on that. You will need some foam adhesive strips. I find that dimensionals, I find you could use dimensionals, but I find you'd be using lots and lots of them. So these adhesive strips, they're a little bit higher than a dimensional. I'm pretty sure they are. so it makes it a little bit more of a feature on that. So you will need some of those. You could use an alternative with the dimensionals, the standard dimensionals, but you'll need quite a few. And then for this top decoration here, I'm not going to put a bow on this one. I've got a flower stamped and coloured in that, and then I've got some greenery to go down, and then I'm going to put some embellishments on that, and I've got a couple of little flowers to go on the greeting, which will be down here on the bottom. I've done a different size in that. So that's all my pieces, and then some embellishments. I've got the embellishments out. I'm going to use the new resin dots. I'll just show you these pieces. The greeting that I used, which is the Celebrate, that will be going on the front. It's out of this Unbounded Love set, and it is, I think it's out of this one. Yes, it is. There it is over here. I couldn't see it from it. That's that one there. And then I've cut out, the die that I used for that is in here as well, which is this little one here. There's quite a few good sized dies in this. I love this little rectangle one here, and it does slot into any of these others, but I've used this one, and I've also cut out a couple of little leaves out of this one here. So that's that set. This is part of the suite. You get this stamp set and dies, and also the Flowers of Beauty, which comes as it's a double suite. So you've got this. My flower that I stamped is in here, which is this one here. I stamped off. This is in the new colour Petunia Pop, and I did the outline in full strength, and then I stamped off in Petunia Pop and did it over the top. That's your inlay piece, and that's your outline piece there. Then I've die cut these in the Summer Splash to go on the front as well. So that's all the dies in that set. And we have the resin dots. I'm going to use some of these resin dots there in the suite as well as the paper, and there's also a shimmer paper that goes with it as well. You'll see it in the new catalogue all as a suite. All the suites are up the front of the there's a few pages, and then the suites are all together after that. The layout on the new catalogue is a little bit different to normal, but I'm going to use those for my embellishments. I'll put that aside, and we shall get started. So I've already scored my base at 4 1/4, and we'll burnish that. Now we need to put down our underbase piece, which will be this piece here. We can put that down first. I'll just leave that for a sec. I'll show you how to cut this piece. Now this is a template here, and I've done another one on it with just a scrap cardstock so you can see, and I'll get my ruler and pencil and go through it with you. I'll show you the easy way to do it. If you do a template first, which I need a pencil, this one here. So on this right hand side, you're going down 3 inches on this side here, and you just put a little pencil mark there, and then up the top on the left hand side you're going down to 1/2 inch from the edge down to 1/2 inch there, and you can rule a line across from there to there on that one, and then you go down here another 1/4 inch, so that'll be 1/2 inch to that one, and then 3/4 inch to the next one. So put a little pencil mark there, and then on the bottom, going from the left side, you're going across to the 3 inch mark. Put a little mark there, and then you can go from pencil mark to pencil mark down there. This design has been around for quite a while. Everyone has different ways of doing it, but this is my preferred way. Now this one here is going to be my top piece. So I'm going to put this onto here and hold it firmly, not firmly. And then I'm going to put this so I don't have to mark my paper, and you can just cut this free on your trimmer. So I've put that first mark there, which went down 1/2 inch, across here down 3 inches. Put it, both pencil marks in the track, and cut that off. We'll put that aside, and then we're going from this pencil mark down to this pencil mark, holding the two together. You could do it without the copy paper, but I like to do it this way. That goes there, and you won't need the centerpiece on this, but you could use, it's quite a big piece of scrap, you could use it for something else. So that's the piece we don't need. Now we'll get rid of the copy paper. You can keep that for future if you wish. We don't need that. And these here, I'm going to put the strips on first. But one will sit up here, and it's the same size as the under DSP. So that one will sit there, and that one will sit there, like so. Now we're going to put these strips on here first. Make sure I've got my cut side. Now overhang them a little bit, and then you can trim them off to the size you want. So I'm going to flip that over, and I'm just going to put some, I'll get my silicone mat out and just put a tiny bit of glue down on this. I'm not going to put it on this, I want it on here because I don't want any overhang of the glue. So just go a gentle strip down there. Go right to the point. And pick that up. And then we'll just get this, which I've got the cut line that way. And whatever width you want along there, I've got about 1/8 inch, I think it is roughly. But overhang it on both sides so that it's you can trim it off to the size you want. Give that a second to take. We'll just put that one aside. And we'll do the same with this top piece. A little bit of glue down here. And then we shall put that piece down that way. Same width from the edge. A bit of excess glue there. Try and get it nice and even. Then we'll go back to this one because it's had time to dry. Put the lid on that. Just get my snips. And if you go this way, cut it level with the DSP and cut that off like so. And the same with this end, level with the DSP. So that gives you your little strip down the feature, down the edges. Just sets it off nicely. And then this one here, across level with the DSP. And the same on this side. Just a couple of little scrap bits left over. And then that one will sit up here, like so. And it should fit exactly in that piece there, against the backing piece of DSP. So we're going to put some the strip adhesive strips down on. Just get them out of the packet. Haven't had to use these for a while. We don't use them very often. And they will go around the perimeter. Just keep it in from the edge a little bit. And I'm going to put a few in the center as well to hold up the whole card. But go around the perimeter of the both pieces. So it sits up, and just about 1/16 of an inch in from the edge. I'll do a little bit across there as well. I don't want any sort of gaps where it's going to sink. These are a little bit wider than, a little bit higher than your normal dimensionals. And those little bits, they can come in the centre here. I don't think I've got any other little bits that I could, oh yes I have, oh and this one, got some little scrap bits here I can use just to pop them up in the middle. And we find the sticky side. And there's another piece there. And I'll just cut a little bit off this one here and pop it in there. You're not going to see those bits. We'll do that one and then we'll do this one at the same time. Get them both ready together. Go back to this one. Don't know if that, oh that's my sticky side. It's hard to tell which is the sticky side when you're working with it. I hope everyone's well, wherever you're watching from. Hop on and say hi. I am recording this video, so you won't see my comments or anything, but if you once you've watched it, if you pop on, give me a nice or give me a comment that I can say hello to you. My Facebook group, it's a large group. That's that Craft Room Tips and Tutorials. There's over 12,000 members in there. Not all of them are active in the group. I wish there were more that were active, but that's their choice. Not sure. I think they were expecting something different when they joined the group. If you are in the group and you don't do much in there, I'd love to see you post some of your creations in there. I love seeing everyone else's ideas. Not everybody is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in that group, so but it's not exclusive to Stampin' Up! Get the backs off these. Got a little bit there. There it is. Let's get my scrap tub. Take all the backs off these. And we can slot them onto the front of the card. I've done those. They're all done. Now we need to pop this piece down first. I shall use, I'll just use a bit of liquid glue on this piece. Pop that down first and then we can align the others up with like so. And then these pieces will come in. This one goes here. I'll just make sure I've got them in the right order. And no, the smaller one goes at the top. What have I done? Oh, this way. That way and this way. Just keep twisting them around to suit. So this one was going to go down this side and it goes level with the DSP down the side and across the bottom. And pop that one on there. Take the backs off this one. Very effective card if you like to make it a bit of a wow on your card. I like the contrast colour on here. These are the new in colours that are out now. We have Pretty in Pink, which is my base. We have Petunia Pop, which is in the DSP. This little green trim is called Summer Splash. And we also have, that piece there, we also have Peach Pie and Shy Shamrock. Shy Shamrock's more of a greeny colour. And the Peach Pie is more of that orangey salmony colour. Very pretty colours. Now we've got this one going this way, so I'll just turn that so I get it straight. So that will slot in there. And you can see by putting the dimensionals underneath the centre in the middle there that it sits up nicely. So that's the base of the front. Now just some decoration. We can do the inside piece. This piece here is from this set here. I've stamped that in the outline in the green, and then I stamped over the top in a darker green. I stamped off with one of them, and then I did these little flowers here, just spotted them down in the petunia pop. It's a lovely coordinating, it's like it's a two-step stamping, so it goes nicely together. Just put a little bit of glue in this piece. It's going to clog up for me. This happened earlier this week. It just seemed to want to clog up. I'll just clear it if I can. Just see what's clogging it. There's usually a piece of glue stuck in there for some reason. Just clean that out. Hopefully that'll fix it. Seem to have to do that lately, maybe because I don't use the liquid glue very often. If I just squeeze it, sometimes it pops itself out like that, and then we can get some glue out. Doesn't want to clear this morning, but I think I've got enough on there. I think next time I'll use my snail. This one's not doing. That will be enough. I'll pop that one on there. This is the inside of my card. I'll pop that in there. I'll use my snail, I think, my stamp and seal. I know it'll work once I get it going. That's better. I think I like using the liquid glue for a little bit of wiggle room, but when it's clogging up like it is, it's not worth it. We don't need wiggle room for this. It's pretty standard getting that in there. So that's that part. Now a bit of decoration. I'm going to put these draped down here, but I don't want them as long as what they are, so I'm going to put them on like that towards the top. This is where I will need my glue. I'll just get another glue out, I think. See if I can have some better luck. See if this one's any better. Now I'm just going to put some glue up the top here at the backs of these pieces. I don't want it hanging down, but I'll trim it off after. That's better. Just a bit up the top there. I'll flip that one over. I'm going to trim it all off. I want it to sit up there, but we'll trim down the sides in a minute. And this one here, bring it down a little bit. We don't need the glue right up the top. Put that on that side. And then I'm going to get in there with my scissors and trim that off. Easy enough to trim off. That looks pretty good. Just get rid of all those little scrappy bits so they don't get stuck on my card. go everywhere. So that's that, and then I've got this flower I'm going to pop up the top here. I'm not going to put any more dimensionals because it's high enough already. Put a little bit of glue at the back of that. Pop my flower up the top here. Make sure it's inside the perimeter of the card. You don't want it bigger than what it should be. My Celebrate's coming down here, just flat, but I'm going to put these at the back. So I'll put a little bit of glue at the back of this and then stick these couple of leaves behind. Like that one. And we have this one. Just gives a little bit more detail on the card, like so. And I'll put a little bit more glue at the top of those, over the top, so the greeting is going to stay stuck down. It's not up on dimensionals either because I don't want any more height. Just going to put that flat down there. And almost done. Just a few embellishments, the resin dots I'm going to use. And we got them out earlier. And I am going to use the Summer Splash ones. I'll pick two, which is this one here. That green is the Shy Shamrock. I'll just put one in the center of that and a couple of the smaller ones on the greeting. And that is it. I have got a Wink of Stella here. I might just do my flower. Just go over the flower with a bit of sparkle. It's a new Wink of Stella. I just opened one the other day because my others were just about had it. I know you can put a bit of icicle in them, but I've never tried that. I usually get most about what's in them before I chuck them away. And that is it. I could put some more embellishments down here, but I won't. I'll leave that blank. I think it's got enough on it. Quite busy. And that's my inside. Hope you enjoyed that. If you want to give it a go, I'm sure it's easy to do. So the PDF for this will be in my tips and tutorials group if you wish to follow along with the measurements. I have given you the measurements. I will also put those measurements in the description box of this video so you can get them from there. And then all the written in like the tutorial part is in my tips and tutorials group, which you're welcome to join. And that's it from me. Have a lovely week, and I will catch you all again next Monday morning. Bye for now.